All right. Good morning, everyone. So I probably should have made a video yesterday when I was building a whole bunch of stuff, but I kind of was in the groove, I guess, and yeah, it didn't really happen. So I apologize, but I can at least let you see what I did, and then we can kind of go from there and figure out, I don't know, whatever it is that we want to do next. All right, so we have our little guy there, right? You can see out to the left. I was trying to hide it. It didn't really work. So remember how I said I was going to make the little elephant trunk thing? I made it. And then the structure itself is actually really simple. Around the edge, or you can actually kind of see it in there. But there's just a cylinder that goes up. I think it's like 15 or 20 blocks or something. And then down around the bottom, I just kind of stacked up stone and dirt, and I had some, gravel and some andesite in there too. And you can kind of see it. Well, actually, let's just go over and look at it. All right. And I managed to go through quite a lot of my stone. So yeah, this thing is still working pretty good. It's pretty much working the entire time that I was doing stuff. So you can see there's a lot in there right now. What do we have? Power and braking. Yeah, I lost my bow. I don't remember how. I mean, I got blown up a couple of times, so I probably lost it somewhere in there. Creepers, man, I'm telling you. They're terrible. Alright. So that guy's still working. This guy's still working. I did change the triggering a little bit down in here. And, okay. So you can kind of see how I built this, right? So it's just a single structure straight up. And just to kind of make a wall. And then we can kind of go around here a little bit. Jump. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. Sorry, tried jumping and failed. Okay. And then what I kind of did is I stacked up some stone kind of around it. And then, just kind of made it look kind of... Well, I tried to make it look natural, but you can see I still haven't mixed in the andesite and the gravel in this. So it's all just straight up stone, so it doesn't look quite like that yet. But yeah. I should probably put a torch or two over here. Keep the monsters from spawning. I'll put one there. Alright. Okay. So, throw another one there. Why not? So, I mean, that's really all it is. I still haven't gone through, like I said, with the gravel and the andesite to make it look nice. But, let's go and take a look at the building. Oh, shit. I need ladders. I was using blocks to go kind of up and down, in and out of there, so... I don't have anything like stairs or anything built in there yet, so I am going to need ladders, because I think I got rid of all the blocks in there. Anyways, so, do I have... I don't have enough. Okay. And actually, I have stuff in there. Yeah. I have stuff in there already, so... I just woke up, so I'm not quite awake yet. Alright. Alright, so I did just kind of like a little granite pathway through here. I mean, I don't know if I like this yet. And then I had to get a bunch of those trees. You can kind of see them up on top there. I went way down over there where there's some more acacia trees and planted a bunch. I needed a lot, as you can tell, just to make all this. And the reason why I went with these is because the bark has like a gray structure, which kind of blends in really, really well with the cobblestone and the stone and the polished, that's andesite, right? I think. Yeah. And then up there, you'll see that's kind of open right now. I kind of want to make like a bridge structure to connect to whatever building I'm going to put over here on this side. Don't have it there yet, but yeah, so I had all of these for making the stone. And then you can see I got just a ton of shit in here. So let's go and make some ladders, because we like ladders. Alright, so I had the blocks kind of going up in here, so we'll just throw some ladders in here for now. And then we'll throw some more ladders in here. I can't put ladders on. Great. Alright, fine. We'll put it right here. Blocks are easier for going up and down if you're building. Just saying. Alright. And then I think, yeah, this has got to be updated. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is kind of like the attic area. I still haven't finished the floor over here, as you can see, so I need more andesite. So this is like the top level. And then behind here is all, actually this isn't, did I close all this up? I did. That's not very smart. So this is not actually the top level, there's a level on top of this. Let's see, where's the wall? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Looks like I missed a block here. Another one there. Okay. So this is the top level in here, and it's just kind of like a big open area. I should probably put some torches in here. Okay. So this is kind of like the top balcony that you can kind of see from the outside, and then this is just the roof right here. So I kind of like the design I did for the roof. We'll be able to see it better down from the bottom. So let's just go down real quick, and we'll go through each of the different levels. So this is just a big open level. I still need to finish this part off, so we'll get some stuff. And this is just another, bigger square. And this is kind of like just like a, I don't know what they call those things, like the circular tower thing, I guess. And then this is kind of just a mirror of the one above with the tower. And you just saw a guy fell. Alright. That hurt. Okay. So I need some of these. Alright. So we'll just finish off this floor. I can tell that I'm still no better at placing blocks than I was last night, but that's alright. There we go. Okay, so that floor is done, and I suppose I can close this up. I don't need all of this. And then this one I don't need anymore either. Alright, so yeah, so this is going to be kind of like a bridge structure that goes out. It'll be like an enclosed bridge structure, so it'll have like a roof and stuff on it. But yeah, so I used a shit ton of diorite, obviously, to make all the walls and the floors. I think these are somewhere around like 256 blocks or something to do this whole thing. I think it's actually more than 256. I had to use, what was it, like 4.5 stacks or something? Yeah. Anyways, so that's kind of what this is. The inside is nothing special right now, but we're getting there. And then eventually I'll put stuff inside of here, but for now I was just worried about what it looked like on the outside. And I suppose I don't really need any of that. Okay. All right, so we'll take a little tour down here. And it's raining, that means I can fish. Sweet. Okay. So we'll go up on here and take a look. Okay, so you can't really see the roof from here. Maybe we'll go up onto the watchtower. But yeah, as far as building it though, I mean, there isn't really much that overhangs. I mean, I've got kind of like these little arch structures. but once those were kind of put in place, it was really, really easy just to build straight up on top of it. So there wasn't really like any danger. I actually didn't need to use too much scaffolding except for like down there at the bottom. And even then, you know, it was just like a single row of bricks, and that's really all I needed, or blocks, I should say. There we go. So this is kind of a better view. So you can see, I mean, really, it's just a big box, and you know, the base is a little bit, you know, smaller than the top, which is kind of what I was going for. And I think it actually makes kind of like a nice design. And then you can tell from the quartz pillars that I had to go into the nether to get a bunch of quartz and stuff. And I found some of the glowstone lamp things down there too. So, and then making these, you just put 4, you know, redstone at the above, below, right, and left of the glowstone in the center of the crafty box. So those are really pretty easy to make too. So so that was the attic area, which has the balcony, and then we have this area here, which, you know, and then because this one is actually only 4 blocks high, and that's because with the roof there, I did the roof first, and I didn't want it to go any more than that middle pillar right there, because that kind of lines up with the pillars over here on this side that you can't really see that well. Maybe we can go, that's a little better. Okay, so you can kind of see the pillars over there on that side. So each of these little cobblestone steps that go up here, they each line up with a pillar. And then, so there's cobblestone in the corners, there's cobblestone lining up with the pillars, so over here there's 2 sets going in. And then up there on the top, it's just, you know, lining the outside with cobblestone, and then I made that little roof part right there out of cobblestone too, so... I mean, really it was actually a pretty easy build. Making this part was probably the most difficult, and even that was pretty easy. And then I kept seeing monsters spawn over there, so I went over there and kind of lit it all up. It was bothering me. Okay, but yeah, so imagine that there's going to be like a bridge structure kind of going over here, and then I'm going to build up this wall over here on this side, and then I'll kind of build up over there. So this will kind of be like a cliff face, I guess, over the ocean right here. And then I'm going to try to keep like this same style. With just the castle area. I think the building, like the smaller buildings for like the people that live in the city, is going to be slightly different, but I still like the way the acacia wood looks, like even with the roof and stuff. And that right there, like the orange, like I thought that would like really like not work. I thought it would just be like garish, but it actually looks pretty good. I was kind of debating whether or not I wanted to put redstone, you know, lamps in there instead of the torches, but you know, after I did one and then I did the other one, and I thought the torches looked better on the yellow, or on the orange I should say, and then the lamps look better on the pillars. So that's kind of what I was working on, and I don't know, I didn't go to bed until 2 last night, and to be honest, I thought it was like 10 o'clock when I finally exited out. So yeah, I'd been like engrossed in building this thing, so I was on roll, kept it going. But yeah, I mean, everything there is pretty much locally available, and it's kind of hard to see down at the bottom there, but you know, to make this kind of a structure off of like a little tiny post of stone like this, I was looking to like some architecture, you know, images of stuff. And it seems like what some people do is they will dig a hole like into like a cliff face or whatever, and then like run a log in there, and then they'll actually use the very end of the log to actually put stuff on to like hold weight. So I kind of did the same thing there, so you can kind of see the acacia wood right at the top left of the crosshair. So that goes 3 blocks out, and then the next one is 3 blocks over, and then this one is 3 blocks out, and then 3 blocks over is the next one. So I kind of did that. I didn't do it over on this little overhang part because I figured that was wide enough to, you know, support that side of the house. But over here on this side, on the back side, and also in the back that we can't see from right here, is kind of where I put the wood in, and then everything is just kind of built off of that. So each, like this little thing right here is built off of the wood. It goes out here and it becomes the pillar. So you can see that these are each like also 3 apart. And so pretty much everything I built was based off of those, because I mean, like when you're building like a Minecraft structure like this one, it's like what's holding up that cobblestone, right? And it kind of bothers me, which is why I want to build something like around it to make it look like it's actually being held up by something instead of just like floating out there in the ether. But yeah, so that is that. I still have to build this out, like I said. Still not sure how I want to do it, which is why I kind of stopped right there. I knew what I wanted to do here, which is why I kept going with that. But going through here, I wasn't really sure. But yeah. I went through a lot, and I mean a lot, of cobblestone just to make all that, because everything, like the center like structure here might be hollow, but everything around that is like just blocks, like just solid blocks. So I had to use up a lot of what I had down there at the bottom from digging that, and especially around here too. And then all under there too, this whole bridge, this is all solid. And then, you know, I've got all the stone, which had to be made from the cobblestone and everything. So, I am either going to have to make a cobblestone generator, and I actually saw one where they make one using TNT, which looks kind of cool. So I might kind of mess around with that, and since I have a pretty much unlimited supply of gunpowder, I am going to need sand, though, to make TNT, which kind of sucks, but I have deserts, like, literally all around me. I even went out there a little bit, and it's all desert that way. And then this is kind of like all water out this way, but then if you go over here this way, that becomes more desert, so there's a lot of sand around. But, as long as it is raining, I should probably get some fishing done. Maybe I'll find another good bow, I don't know. But yeah, so you can see, like, when I was building this thing, how I said it had to be, like, there had to be a hole up at the top for, like, the rain to get through. And so having it like this with the rain going actually onto the block that you're, you know, fishing out of, it actually increases your chance to catch stuff. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm probably gonna stay here fishing for a little bit, and then I'll keep moving on. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I'll probably finish off the wall. Well, you know, I don't have to fish right now while I'm talking, so we'll, okay. So, I'll probably finish off this wall, kind of make it go around, and then, because this is like a natural, like, low indentation into here, I think I might make like an arch structure, so that way the wall will kind of go from over here, and it'll connect over here to the watchtower somehow. And then, I don't know what I want to do with this, if I want to make, like, I don't know, I could lower it down and like make it like another little bay, but that doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. I mean, I could just build like walls around it and have this be just kind of like a little area that people look down into. I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. So, we'll leave it at that. That is the newest addition to the world. And then, okay, so one thing I should cover real quick before I go. I actually did modify the structure of the mob farm. So now the thing had already been built, right? I used up a lot of time to build it. And there was, I remember how when I was building it, I was saying that's a lot of clicking that's going on. Well, I found something out. The observers will actually click for every change in a water's level. And since water has 7 levels that it can change from, it was actually clicking 7 times, like per one. So that's why everything was kind of disjointed and it wasn't actually, you know, working the way they was supposed to. So I went through there, changed it over to land world, to creative, and then I modified the stuff in here. And then you can see, like, I actually used up, like, this full chest is gone, that chest is gone, I used up a lot of stuff. Okay, so I widened this, and that's a lot of guys. That's a lot of guys. Wow. Okay. So I widened this to make the inside 4 because they were kind of getting stuck around the 2x2 and they would like push each other away from the hole, which kind of wasn't ideal. And then did I close that off? I don't remember. Alright, so we'll just kind of open up right here, and then I'll kind of show you what I did. So you can see that it looks a little bit different in here. And we'll put this in there so I can get there. Okay, so now you can see there's no triggering structure in here at all. And what I did is I used redstone, or sorry, not redstone, but command blocks to kind of control all that. So we'll go up to the top. I think I still have that available. Hopefully no one shoots me off of this ladder because that would be cool. I'm really hoping no one shoots me off the ladder. Okay. So the triggering up here, so this is where that comparator is that comes off of that dropper that pushes into the other one. So I put a comparator up there, and it goes down in here is redstone, which then powers this block, and then powers this command block. I don't think it's going to let me look at it. No. Okay. And then at the same time, it also powers this little timer right here, and then it goes into this other block here. So what this does is this pretty much erases all of the levels below, right? So it's just a mass fill blocked area with air, right? So it just kills like all of the cobblestone slabs that are down there, right? And so then all the monsters fall, and then while they're falling, this thing is ticking off, and I timed it out so that way they would all fall all the way to the bottom. And then what this does is this alright. And then I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, over there, right there actually, is another command block. And then what this one does is it creates redstone blocks from one block to the right and above, and it makes a redstone line all the way down to the bottom. And then at the very bottom, there is another command block which then turns all of that redstone back to stone. And then at each level, using relative coordinates, each of these command blocks will replace this entire level. And then when we get down to the next one, this one will replace this level, and so on and so forth. So we'll wait until this kind of disappears, and then you can kind of see how it works. Alright, anytime. There we go. So you see it all disappears, they all fall down, and then it all comes back. So it's basically doing the exact same thing that the observers were doing. It's just that instead of having them click and like super lagging down like everything. Oh shit, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. I think I'm okay. And we probably don't need. Oh, come on. Up the ladder, up the ladder, up the ladder. There we go. Okay. So we probably don't need this one to be filled out anymore, so we'll go up on this one. Hopefully no one attacks me. Okay. Hey spiders, what's up? Bye, have fun, enjoy your ride. Alright, I suppose we can fill it up with polished andesite. Okay. Okay, so we will then close this off, and then close this off, and then that's all nice and dark in there again. Okay, so you can kind of see what I did and how it works, and then, so here's kind of what I figured I would make for the rules for myself for doing stuff in creative, right? So if I've already built something, and, you know, I've got all the materials for it. Yeah, you can see that the spider still gets stuck in there. If I've built it, I've gotten all the materials for it, and, you know, I build it by hand first. If I ever need a change, I can then go into creative mode and change only what I have already built. So with this one, because it was already built, I figured that would be okay for me to go and change. Get all these spiders, bastards. So I think I might like put like a villager or something like down in there, kind of trap them in there, just so that way all of these guys kind of want to go towards here, which would then make them all go up to the top. Okay, so yeah, so long as I've already built the structure in survival mode, then I should be able to, you know, modify it if needed, like this one in creative. So that's kind of my rule for this Let's Play thing. And I know some of you are probably wondering, well, you probably did that whole building in creative though too, huh? No, actually, I didn't. Although I may, if I need to change anything, I mean, it'll still keep the same structure, but if I need to, like, change out materials or something, I'll make sure that I get the materials first and then, you know, change them out in creative if I need to. But, I mean, it would be easy enough just to do it in survival, so there's really no need for me to do it in creative. But, one good reason for that, the whole creative thing, is it doesn't remove the ability to use command blocks from me. So with this, I can make like auctioneers, I can do like custom enchanting vendors, so I can make, I don't know, like an armor stand, and you put like something in a chest or a dropper or something below it, you hit a button, and then provided you have like, I don't know, 30 or 40 levels or something like that, then it will enchant whatever you are holding with mending, and then it'll remove those 30 or 40 levels from you. So now I'm going to make the level requirement higher than it would be with a normal enchanting station. But yeah, I think it'll add some variety into the game and allow me to do some stuff that I wouldn't be able to do normally. So like if I wanted to make like a bow with infinity and mending, which you actually can't make, I might have like one, we'll call it an enchanter, I guess, that will do the mending, and another one that will do the infinity, and like both of those, like, I don't know, I'll probably make the infinity cost like 30 and the mending cost like 45 or 50, because mending is probably one of the best enchantments in the game, so obviously it should cost the most out of the game. And then I might make another one to break down items, so it'll be kind of like the opposite of a blacksmith. So instead of like taking materials and making something, it'll take something and then break it down into materials. And so, like, especially if I do like a gold farm with a bunch of zombie pigmen, you're gonna get a ton of swords. And then once you combine all the swords together and you make like a perfectly good golden sword, you give it to this guy and he might give you like one gold block and like a stick or something. But it just kind of eliminates some of the waste in the game, and it makes more stuff useful. So, I think we're almost at 30 minutes, so we will leave it here. And then I'll keep on building this wall out, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right. I will see you in the next episode.